In this video, we're going to talk about slope-intercept form and how to find it given like the y-intercept and a slope and given a graph. So the main thing with slope-intercept form is it's a linear equation, and slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So this is something I would commit to your memory because we will be using it a lot from now on. So m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis. So I'm not going to do all 6 examples here. I'm going to do half of them, and the other 3 I will leave for you. So we're given a slope, so I'll stick with the odds. So our slope is m and b is our y-intercept. So let's just label them. So then I labeled them m and b, and let's now just plug them in. So y equals 2, and we don't know x, so it just stays an x. And then plus b, but b's negative, so we'll just do a minus 1. So 2x minus 1. And then 3, we have slope is negative 3, or m, and then y-intercept is b. So let's plug that into our formula. Y equals negative 3x plus 2. And last but not least, slope is 1/4. So m is 1/4 and y-intercept is 0. So I'm just going to plug it in. Y equals 1/4. Still don't know x. You could put the plus 0, but it's not necessarily, like, you don't have to put it. It's just a 0. So it's not super important. Alright, so that's how you get it. Write them in slope-intercept form if you're given the slope and a y-intercept. Well, let's look at here. What if I'm given a graph? Let's stick with the odds. Feel a little odd tonight. So, what if I'm given a graph and 2 points on my graph? Well, I can find the slope, and I think I can find the y-intercept. Remember, your y-axis is your vertical axis. So, your y-axis is your vertical axis, but remember your slope is m. So let's do the slope first. So you go up 1, 2, 3, which is rise, divided by 1, because it's overrun. So 3 over 1, which is just 3. So we'll deal with that in a second. And then my point for my y-intercept is this guy right here. So it's negative 1, 2, 3, 4. So negative 4 is my my y-intercept, not my slope-intercept. So to write this in y-intercept form, slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. So all we're going to do is plug it in. So y equals 3x minus 4. Let's stick with the odds. Alright, let's find our slope. Remember, it's rise over run. So I'm going to put over here to the side, maybe, slope and m equals and b equals. So then we can just plug it in more easily. And we don't have to figure out everything all at once. So our slope is rise. So we're rising 1, 2, 1, 2, and we're running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 over 5 is my slope. And my y-intercept is this point right here, negative 3. I don't care about the 0. I just care about the number that it intersects on the y-axis. So y equals 2/5 x minus 3. And then I got to do 11. I'm going to rise 1, 2, and I'm going to run 2, m equals 2 over, and I'm running 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So 2 over 8 does simplify to 1 over 4. And then b is this point right here, so I go 1, 2, 3, 5. But I ran to the left on my slope, so I forgot to put the negative 8. So y equals negative 1/4 x plus 5. And then I have 13. So I'm going to do my slope first. M equals and B equals. So I'm rising first. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm running, let's do 8. I rose 8. And I'm running left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Running left. So that's going to be a negative. Negative 8. 8 over negative 4 is a negative 2. And my b is this point right here, which is negative 3. So y equals negative 2x minus 3. Last but not least is 15 here. M is something and b is going to be something as well. Let's switch it up and do b first. Well, b is negative 2. Let's find our slope. We're rising 1, 2, and we're running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we rose 2, and we're running 6, which simplifies to 1/3. So y equals 1/3 x minus 2. So that's slope-intercept form.